Where we going, D?
We're going to Disneyland.
Wait, they're not crazy, eh?
Looking at the camera.
You were looking. Don't look at the camera, man. Everybody knows where we're at.
Really good clothes room. Don't leave this limo with the jacuzzi in the back.
What the? Oh, sick with it. Ooh, people in there. It's a quinceañera.
Welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. We're embarking on a grand circle tour of the Magic Kingdom. We'll be stopping at New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, and Tomorrowland. We'll also visit the Grand Canyon and make a trip back in time to the primeval world and the age of the dinosaurs before returning to Main Street Station. Just ahead is New Orleans Square Station. This station also serves Frontierland and Critter Country. If you'll be leaving us here, please remain seated until the train comes to a complete stop. Then watch your step as you're getting off. For those of you continuing on with us, we'll be resuming our trip in just a moment. This is New Orleans Square Station. New Orleans Square.
And folks, we are now arriving at New Orleans Square Station. Please remember to stay seated until the train comes to a full and complete stop at the station. This will be your destination for Critter Country, Fantasyland, and Disneyland Square.
There is the world famous Alan.
To those just joining us, welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. To ensure a safe ride, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
We're now entering Splash Mountain, rumored to be the location of the one and only Rapid Place. If you look real hard, you just might find it. It's where the critters are celebrating a zippity-doo-dah day. We're now joining up with the rivers of America and entering the frontier as it looked more than a century and a half ago. This is my favorite part of the journey. Around every bend, there's natural beauty as far as the eye can see. People like you have been riding these rails since the 1800s, traveling through nature's wonderland in a matter of days, rather than the months it used to take by mule or stagecoach. Steam power not only fueled these iron horses, but the dreams of a whole new generation as it moved west into this great frontier. Of course, some of those dreams and the stories that went with them were pretty darn wild and downright unbelievable. Like on Big Thunder Mountain, where I hear that mysterious spirits have grabbed hold of those mining trains and turned them into the wildest ride in the wilderness.
Ooh, we can't go over that.
Oh, look at the fox and the baby fox. Look, the baby fox is very safety.
This tunnel signals our transition from the frontier to another kind of pier. This is Toontown Depot, Mickey's Toontown.
And folks, please remain seated when we come to a complete and full stop. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us on the Disneyland Railroad. For a safe ride, remember to stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Y bienvenidos a bordo. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
As we leave Toontown Depot, we get a real nice view of the happiest land of them all, Fantasyland. You can see people stepping onto It's a Small World just below us. And, off in the distance, majestic Matterhorn Mountain.
We did that in this area yesterday too. So I think it's the area. Plus we buy a lot of metal.
We're now steaming forward into the future to a land inspired by visions of tomorrow, both practical and imagined. Here you'll find rocket ships and star speeders, submarines and astroblasters, and, if you look overhead, maybe a glimpse of a Mark 7 monorail. This is the latest version of the first daily operating monorail system in the entire Western Hemisphere, gliding above Disneyland since 1959. Below the monorail, and us, are the fun-filled roadways of the Autopia. Drivers of all ages can get behind the wheel of these cars. No experience or license required. If you're into soaring spaceships or doing battle with evil empires and emperors, Tomorrowland is definitely the place for you. Speaking of which, we're pulling into Tomorrowland Station right now.
Hey, we're finally gonna go to my favorite part. This is my favorite part of the train ride. I love this part of the train ride. People love to wave at the train.
Yeah?
They love people to wave people on the train.
To those who have just come aboard, welcome. The next leg of our journey will take us from the fantastic world of the future to the breathtaking beauty of nature's own design, the Grand Canyon. For your safety, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. Watch your children and no flash photography.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro de tres pequeños. Por favor, no tome fotografías con flash.
Updated that.
That was the Grand Canyon as we know it today. But it wasn't always this way. Now, let's travel back in time, way back in time, to the fantastic past of the primeval world, land of the dinosaurs.
series.
Back to reality.
We're now returning to our own time and to Main Street Station, gateway to Disneyland. If you're leaving us here, stay in your seat until we come to a full stop. Remember to gather all your personal belongings and step carefully from the train. I'd especially like to thank those of you who've been with me for the Grand Circle Tour of Disneyland. We hope you enjoyed your travels with us.
And folks, please remain seated. Sit down, please, until the train comes to a complete and full stop. If you're staying with us, folks, please slide all the way down to the room to your fellow guests. Thank you.
Main Street,
Are you coming already? Come on, Pluto. Wave to the wave.
Fairy Godmother. Hello, hello. That's what I wanted.
There's the one you want to call when you roam far away from home and somewhere your head begins to crack. Oh no, you're not alone. Pick up the telephone. Mater, just a truck to tow you back. Mr. Stone or anything at all. Say your tailpipe blowing black or blue. Maybe you ran into a wall or spun out in a squall. Mater's got the hood to pull you through. Mater's the one you want to call when you roam